Pressure washers. I know meta ads may seem a little bit frustrating, but in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a full walkthrough of how to start your first meta ads campaign. It is going to be a dynamic creative, so you can start testing right away. Here are my current power washing client's results. He signed on with us about 3 months ago, and we've been able to get him almost 200 leads total, averaging about a $27 to $26 cost per lead. He spent around $3,000 in ad spend. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did in order to get such good results. The average cost per lead you should be looking for is around $27 to $30. All right, so we'll go into my active campaign right now that I have. For you guys, all you're going to have to do is click this green button. You're going to click create. You're going to click leads, continue, and then it's going to create a whole campaign like this. You're going to start by naming the campaign. Scroll down, you can see buying type auction, leads, and then the budget is set to campaign budget. For testing, we have Advantage Plus on. For the budget, if you do anything around $40 to $50, you can expect 1 to 2 leads every single day. If you have to go cheaper, you can do about 25, 30, maybe get 1 lead per day. But I do recommend having a good amount of budget because the results are a bit more expensive for power washers. We're going to go over to the ad set. Usually I like to name the ad set the date. We're going to set the conversion location to instant forms. Make sure our Facebook page is connected right. Make sure we're advertising to the right place. Performance goal, maximize number of leads. And you're going to want to turn this setting right here on. And what dynamic creative basically does is it lets you put up to 10 images and videos into one ad, and it just tests them all at the same time. Whichever ad has the best click-through rate and cost per click, it's going to get the most spend from Meta. And if we come down to audience, this is very important. So this is what it's going to look like for you guys when you just create the campaign. All you're going to have to do is click this little pencil right here and then search a location. So I'm going to show you guys my setup. I have it set to my company's name and then the audience. And then if we go over to locations, we're going to be able to see a big map right here. This right here, turn this off. What this is going to do is it's going to get people from outside of your area. All you have to do, guys, is type in your location. So I just typed in Dublin, California, right? And then you're just going to click the location, and then you're going to get a little pop-up like this, and you're going to be able to set the custom ranges just by clicking that. I recommend setting it to about 20 miles, but if you do have a bigger company, you can make this a lot bigger if you want to do quotes pretty far. And then we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see the minimum age. So remember, guys, we are targeting homeowners, and averagely the homeowners aren't under 25. Then we're going to come down to age over here, and then we're going to set the age to 29 to 64. And then all you're going to have to do, guys, is click save and name it. Come down to add transparency, leave that. Placements. There's 2 ways to go about placements. You can set very strict placements, or you can let Facebook's AI just kind of work around and find everything for you. If you're just starting out, I recommend having Advantage Plus on. Just let it do its thing, have all the placements on, because it's going to actually gather data and find where it works best. But if you're just starting out, Advantage Plus is fine. You're going to want to come to account controls, and you're going to want to click edit placement controls, turn this little setting on, and then turn these 2 off. And then if you want to edit the placement controls, what I actually suggest doing is coming down, show more settings, and then placement controls. And then I actually recommend turning search results off, in-stream reels off, and then leave stories on and reels on. And then for the feeds, only have Facebook and Instagram feed. This is for like after you already have data and you let Facebook do its thing. But at the end of the day, it's not that important. You could just leave it set to normal. And then we're going to go over to the ad level. So in the ad level, I like to just kind of name it whoever created the ads. And you're going to make sure that you have the correct Facebook page selected and then the Instagram profile. All you're going to have to do is go over to the Meta Business Suite right here. Just type in Meta Business Suite in the browser, and then it's going to be gray right here, the Instagram. And you can just click that gray, and then you can just press connect Instagram. And then once you've done that, it's going to pop up here. You just have to probably refresh this page, and then you can connect the Instagram page. Make sure you're advertising both. But if you can only do Facebook, that's all right as well. We'll go over to the ad setup, single image or video. We have it set to instant form. And now the complicated part. It's very important to have lots of images. I recommend actually putting out 8 images every 2 weeks, because Facebook is like this, okay? At the end of the day, you always have to zoom out and kind of just look at the weekly level to see when your ads are really dropping. Because one day you can get leads for $10 and the next day you can get leads for $40, especially if you're just starting and your images probably aren't that good. I would even say 10. Make 10 images or videos. For power washing, videos do a lot better. Videos are killing it, right? Little explanation videos with the captions that hold retention. Now, I'm going to show you guys the video that did really well so you can kind of look at what to replicate when you're creating your ads. So you can see this one got the lowest cost per result, 28 leads, 17 bucks. So we'll go ahead and look at the ad, and I'm going to tell you why it did so well. We'll watch it.
Don't realize how much dirt is actually sitting on their concrete until it starts coming off. Years of grime, weather exposure, and buildup can leave driveways, patios, and walkways looking darker than they should. David's power washing restores those surfaces and brings back the clean appearance your home deserves. Tap below and request your quote.
Make these videos descriptive, because people like don't necessarily think they need power washing. Like, no one's going on Google and look up power washing until they've probably had it done on their house before, or they know about it, right? People don't know about that. It's not very common. I actually found this video in the background off of TikTok. I just went on TikTok and I searched up satisfying power washing, satisfying pressure washing videos, and I just downloaded it. And then I went over to 11 Labs AI right here, if you guys want to use it. And then I just typed it down here. You can see a dirty driver doesn't happen overnight. Then I went over to my editor. I put the audio and I put the TikTok video, and then I just went over to Canva AI. I'm going to show you guys what that is. Canva AI captions right here. Just click this link and it's going to bring you to like this, and then you just upload the video here, and then you can just set the captions up. If you guys are creating ads, I recommend literally creating 8 ads similar to this exact winning ad. I promise you guys, if you do it properly, you'll get a winning creative. Creating the ads every 2 weeks and then doing this whole process and just monitoring it can be really tedious, especially if you have a lot of demand, a lot of work, or like a job on the side that you're doing as well. Some people do this as a side hustle a lot of the time. So if you want somebody to just run this whole setup for you, you can book a call with me personally in the description, and we'll talk about it. We'll look at what your business is doing. We'll look at the numbers, and we'll do a full discovery call about your business. I'll give you a bunch of tips on how you can improve your funnel, your ads, what's going wrong if you're not getting the great results. Just book a call with me and we'll see if we can work together. Then you're going to want to turn this setting on. If you get like a little red error, super annoying, it's literally just this setting. It's going to say error 30455 something. All that really means is you have to turn this setting on right here. And you can also click edit media, and you can make sure you set it all to square, original, whatever size the images and videos are. And then for the primary text for power washing, I actually recommend you describe exactly what power washing does and where it is. And then the primary text, this is a quick example. You guys can just copy mine if you want. Power washing removes years of dirt and grime, algae, and build up exterior surface, driveways, patios, paves, whatever. Just pause the video. Professional power washer restores a cleaner, brighter appearance. Tap below to request a quote. So you guys can go into ChatGPT AI and make like 5 of these. I recommend targeting 5 different things. Okay, so the first one is going to be the area, the price. Okay, if you guys have any special offers, if the services, driveways, patios, everything. But one of them can talk about how nasty your driveway really is and you don't even know, and things like that. Be creative. The last one is like a mixed one. I usually do like a mix. And then for the headline, get a free quote, remove years of dirt and grime, clean patios, professional power washing, restore your home's appeal. Get a free quote is very important to have, because like that free word, everybody just like clings to it. You don't even need a description, but what you can do is kind of just explain the service a little bit more. And then the display link, I recommend just having your website so they can go check you guys out. 50% of the time, your customers are going to fill this form and they're going to look up David's power washing reviews, right? So having Google reviews is going to help you guys a lot as well. So if you can make a Google page as well. Call to action, get quote. You can also do multiple, like book now, apply now, things like that. But now the instant form. Instant form is super important step. I'm going to show you guys my full instant form. Form type, we have higher intent, and then we also have require leads to verify their phone number with a one-time passcode. Sometimes if you have it on more volume, a lot of the leads are going to be like wrong phone number. I never did this. And also people who do have this setting on are still going to say that just because they have like short-term memory on here and they're just doom scrolling. This is the setting you turn on if you're getting a lot of leads but they're not that good, right? We aim for quality over here at Adding Ally, but if you just want as many leads as possible, just set it to more volume. You're going to get tons of names and phone numbers for like super cheap. But if you are noticing you're getting like a lot of like scammers and like random people, you can put it on restricted if you're having any problems like that. And then flexible delivery, optimized, perfectly fine. Come over to intro, turn both these off. Come over to questions. So the first question, what are you looking to have cleaned? And then we just have all the services here. and it's gonna bring them all to the second question. So the logic, bring them to the next question. When are you looking to get this done? Answers ASAP, within 1 to 2 weeks this month. So what I used to have is if they put this month, it would just close the form because we wanted a lot of the leads that were a lot more urgent. Honestly, 90% of the leads that close are the ones that need the service like instantly. The conditional logic really isn't doing anything on my form, to be honest. I think I changed it after the customer was talking about it with me. For the description, you guys can put this. It looks like they added a new setting saying you have to let people know you're using their data or whatever. But this is what I have. You can just copy mine. And then full name, phone number, email, privacy policy. If you guys do have one, that's super good. If you don't, all you have to do is put the link to your website and then just put this beside it, and you can just fake it. Facebook doesn't even know. Review screen. This is what happens when you click higher intent. They have to like swipe a little thing on their phone just to like fully send it through. And then the ending, it says, wait, you're not done. And it says one last step. We'll be in touch ASAP. You can also call us to book and confirm your spot. A lot of the time you can either set this to go to website or call business. And what this is going to do is when they click the little call to action down here, they can just call right after signing the form, or you can just have it go to website where they can actually book themselves, which is also really, really good. And then if you want, you can add the second end page. If you have the conditional logic on, you have some answers that you want to kick them off the form for. I would just make this say like, thank you. And then you're going to want to click save, and then your instant form is going to be done. You just select the instant form here. Tracking. So if you guys want to go watch a YouTube video of how to set up the pixel, it's not that important if you're just starting out. But if you're actually wanting to get a lot better results along the way and you've been doing this for a while, the pixel is going to do that for you 100% of the time, especially if you have it set up properly, and especially if you're targeting a higher quality of clients. You guys don't need both of these. You can just create it without. And then we're going to want to click publish. So also after you click publish, just make sure these are all on, right? And then what's going to happen is your ads are going to go into review mode, and then boom, your ads are going to be posted. Now you've posted the ads and you're just waiting for it to spend your money. Your money's going out. You're a bit confused on what to do. I'm going to show you guys how to monitor it and keep it low, right? So let's go into this newest test, and let's go ahead and you can set the time range right here. If you want, you can do last 7 days, whatever. And then all you have to do is click breakdown, images, and slideshow. And then it's going to actually show you exactly how much ads are spending, what ads are doing good, and what ads are doing bad. So looks like this ad right here is doing really bad. I think I removed it as soon as it was doing bad already. But you can see $8 per lead, really good ad. Will probably create a winning campaign for this one. And then if you scroll down and you see 35, 32, probably on the high end, right? So all you have to do is just open it up, take a look at it, look at the name, and then you're just going to want to go over here to the ad, click edit, and then go over to the ads, and then whichever one that is, just want to click the X and then click publish. And what that's going to do is from now on, it's not going to spend money on that ad anymore in the dynamic creative, and then it's just going to focus on all the other ones and keep testing. Obviously Facebook is going to be doing that for you kind of, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really know your CPL target and stuff like that. So if you want to be really more hands-on, you can just go in there, turn that ad off, let the other ones keep printing. You can see this one got 28 leads for 17 bucks. I turned all the other ones off that were doing pretty bad. Make sure you let them reach your CPL target. So you can see I let these ads go up to $38, $40, $35, because at the end of the day, this is a random person it's showing the ads to. The KPIs can only be so good. So what you can do is you can click call-ins and performance, customize, and then you can look up CTR, and you can look up CPC. Now I'm just going to drag these to the top so we can just see them really close and we don't have to see them at the end. Click save. Now this is what Facebook's actually looking for when it comes to putting your ads out. So you can see the CTR is the click-through rate, the percent of people that are clicking on the image. So if it's at 5%, that means 5% of 100 people are clicking through the image. The cost per click, 0.73 cents. After you run ads for a while, you're gonna be able to see like an average, right? Look at all these results right here. We can see the average CTR is about 0.5, 1.6. And then if it gets to 2%, that's pretty good, right? If it gets to 1.9, but if it goes down to like 1.2, that's pretty bad. So that's like the metric you can tell and look at to be like, okay, this ad isn't doing that well. But at the end of the day, let them reach the spend targets. Like I didn't turn these off till it got to $35, $40. If you're testing with like $40, it's gonna take a day to really test all the ads. So let's just say we have 8 ads. It's gonna take a full 8 days to test all of them, right? And then it's gonna find a winner, $17. It's gonna put all the budget into there, right? Cost per click, we can see the average was about 1.2, 1.1. So when it got under that $1 range, not good, but then the CTR is high, right? So then I also recommend every 2 weeks making a new 8 images and doing this whole process again with a new date on the ad set name, and then just keep every 2 weeks, just keep making new ads. And then when you find those winning images, you're gonna create a whole new winning campaign with only that image, and you're gonna set all the primary text and everything to that image, and you're gonna not turn dynamic creative on. But over time, guys, you're just gonna want to look at the metrics like this, and all you really have to look at is the cost per lead, right? If it's spending too much, it reached the cost per lead. Once it gets to like $40 for power washers, just turn it off. And that's it. That's all you guys need to do to start your first meta ads campaign. You will be able to get some decent results. Really, really focus on the creatives, okay? I wish you guys the best, okay? There's a lot more that goes into running a full business, but once you have clients and you're making money, everything gets a whole lot easier, right? So I hope you guys do really well with this full setup. Remember, these leads you're literally paying for. So as soon as they pop in, make sure you give them a call in the first 5 minutes. Throughout my entire channel, I have a bunch of other videos describing a lot of problems and common mistakes and just how to set things up for another niche. Car detailers, painters, all service businesses kind of go around the same thing, but there is some important details you have to follow. If you're still struggling, maybe you don't have a computer, or maybe you're not that good with tech and you just want someone to help you out and help you get started, or even if you just want someone to manage it all for you so you don't have to do all of this setup and all this tedious stuff, you can book a call with me in the description, and I will personally help you with your business and manage it all for you and give you lots of tips and advice. But I want to say thank you guys for your time today. I hope this video helps you make a lot of money.